What's up, DC Nation? Welcome back to another video on The Flash. And today we're checking out Flash number 769, written by Jeremy Adams, art by David LaFuente and Brandon Pearson. This is Blink of an Eye Part 2. Now, going into this issue, we got Wally West, who's stuck in the future, and he's stuck in the body of Bart Allen, aka Impulse. He's also teaming up with Gold Beetle against this giant Dominator. Now, not Dominators, just one Dominator that's a giant, and it's going to attack Wally and Gold Beetle. So a lot of things have happened. If you're a little lost, don't worry, I'll link down below in the description part 1 to the story. So go watch that video and then come back to this video to continue this awesome story. But yeah guys, if you're ready, let's dive into this issue. Impulse, run! Gold Beetle says as a huge Dominator comes toward her and Wally. Gold Beetle hits Wally off a roof and they both begin to fall. Wally is confused that his powers aren't working. Gold Beetle reminds him that the Dominator slapped a power dampener on his neck. "Can you take it off?" Wally says. "Sure, when we land, it's good as gone," Gold Beetle says. When we land, we'll be dead," Wally says, scared for his life. That's when Gold Beetle's golden ship Beats comes by and catches her and Wally. "Wally, are you hurt?" Barry says. "No, I'm fine, I think," Wally says as he tries to find space in the tight space ship. "Bart, I know you're always saying that Flash runs toward danger, but whatever you did this time really bent the continuum. And before you say, 'But GB, this Dominator killed my dad,' I get that. But listen, if we don't want to break the timeline again, you gotta be careful," Gold Beetle says. "Wally, who is that?" Barry says through comms. "No idea," Wally says. Wally continues to talk to Barry through comms, but the Gold Beetle listens in. "Wally? Who the heck is Wally?" she says. Gold Beetle then figures out it's Wally West she's talking to. She begins to get excited. She mentions how she teamed up with Wally before. "We work together? You must be confused because when I get home, I'm retired," Wally replies. "Retired? Hilarious! You have like 5 more crises to get through," Gold Beetle says. She starts talking about time to avoid messing with the past. She then asks where Bart Allen, aka Impulse, actually is. Barry chimes in saying, "We think that the Speed Force is hurt. It might be using Wally to fix it," Barry says. Beats, Gold Beetle's ship, thinks Bart has been sublimated by Wally. Gold Beetle uses her camera technology to see what happened to Bart. When Bart was confronting the Dominator, there's a big flash of lights. This light being Wally. Wally was put into Bart's body while the Dominator grew into a giant with the Speed Force energy. Back in the Speed Lab, Barry, with the help of Mr. Terrific and Green Arrow, figure out that if Wally doesn't figure out how to siphon the energy from the Dominator, then it'll explode, destroying the entire northern hemisphere in the future. "Barry, do you still have that device Inertia used on you?" Wally says. Barry tells Wally it's in the Speed Lab. Wally and Gold Beetle then head off to do a heist at the Speed Lab. Gold Beetle is really excited. We switch to Barry, Oliver, and Michael go into a photo op at the Flash Museum. They take a picture by a stone statue of Jay Garrick. We switch back to Wally and Gold Beetle breaking into the Flash Museum. Wally thinks he can just speed in. Gold Beetle tells him that that's not a good idea. He'll get trapped. "So how are you going to get in?" Wally says. "The same way Bart's broke into it a dozen times. By being impulsive," Gold Beetle says as she hits the beach ship through the ceiling of the Flash Museum. Wally runs off and gets a hold of the Jay Garrick statue, which has the time capsule he needs. He is then chased by Flash robots. "Wally, close your eyes," Gold Beetle says as Beats, her ship, blinds the robots with the bright lights. Wally and Gold Beetle then fly off and head toward the Dominator. Barry tells Wally he has to stop the Dominator, then jump through time into different speedsters' bodies. till he finds his own. He's basically a ghost currently. Wally freaks out a bit by hearing about this, but then the beach ship flies right in front of the giant Dominator. Gold Beetle flies the ship at the Dominator's face. Wally then runs out of the ship and toward the Dominator's mouth. He's surprised by how big and horrible the Dominator's teeth and breath are. Wally holds up the time capsule, then throws it into the Dominator's mouth. The Dominator shrinks, and the heroes win. Gold Beetle smiles, but then Wally feels energy in his body. He's about to be pulled back by the Speed Force. Gold Beetle hugs Wally before he's pulled back. Bart wakes up in his body with Gold Beetle hugging him. What's going on? I told you I won't break time again. Shh, Bart, I'm having a moment, Gold Beetle says. That's when we see Wally wake up in another speedster's body. This time, it's Jay Garrick. Beside Wally is the Ray. The American Ubermensch have been captured, and the Spear of Destiny belongs to the Third Reich, Hitler says, raising the powerful Spear of Destiny. Wally is stuck in World War II. How will he get out of this situation? And that was your latest issue of the current Flash series. And this issue was good. I liked it, guys. It was better than the last one because it started out good and had a crazy cliffhanger. But let's first talk about the artwork by David Lafayette and Brandon Pearson. I thought Brandon Pearson's artwork at the end looked really good. It added tension and got me hyped. Now, David Lafayette, his artwork was good. It fit the tone of law. It fit with how Gold Beetle and Wally were doing some crazy things, some crazy antics, going up against a Dominator. Like, it fit the tone perfectly. Just, I'm not a big fan of, like, super cartoonish artwork. It's just not my thing. But it did work here in this situation. But it's not amazing, in my opinion. Now, to the writing, we get a lot of great sequences in this issue. I really like the interactions and the team up between Gold Beetle and Wally. And seeing Wally and Bart's body was really cool and how he dealt with that. And then seeing like the Dominator wasn't a big villain. He didn't really do anything other than being like a presence over the conflict. But it was still cool seeing a Dominator back, and seeing it huge just made the whole conflict have high stakes. Now, what I really like about this issue though is how it foreshadowed Jay Garrick showing up at the end, or Wally showing up in Jay Garrick's body. Because in the issue you see like Wally looking for a time capsule, and he tells Barry to make sure it's in the same place it was. And it's in a stone statue of Jay Garrick. And when I was reading it, I was like, okay, there's just referencing another Flash. Like, that's cool. I like it. It's just the writer being like, hey, here's a Jay Garrick reference. I'm like, that's great. And how they set it up, and then Wally gets that stone statue at the Flash Museum, and we see him and Gold Beetle just do like a heist. It's really dope. But then at the end, when Wally leaves Gold Beetle, and they show stuff in Jay Garrick's body, it brings the whole issue full circle. And see him by the Ray, and then Hitler with the Spear of Destiny, like that gets me so hyped for next issue, guys. Like last issue's ending with the whole Gold Beetle and Dominator thing was cool, but this gets me hyped. Because I've always liked the Spear of Destiny, like that's a cool ideal. And then being in World War II with Jay Garrick and the Ray, and just adding this whole idea of Wally being another speedster's body gets me really intrigued. At first, I wasn't a big fan of this idea of Wally traveling through bodies, so I thought it was just gonna be through Bart's body. But now that he's going through every speedster's body, it should be really interesting as the story moves forward. So yeah, I enjoyed this issue, guys. This was actually one of my favorite Flash issues in a while, and I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. I recommend it, but you guys tell me your thoughts on this issue down below. What are your theories for next issue? And if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. New to the channel, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on my next Flash video. And yeah, thanks for watching, and peace out.